that says in the Quran that each one of us will have little boys who will serve us. Those are the boys from who? Where they are coming from?
It is created from God. This little boys, it is created from God. This is as a slave, or a service to the righteous in the hereafter. God can create these boys. What's the problem in this?
So Allah create boys, little boys, just to be slaves for me?
Yes, why not? Why you limited your
is that fair?
Why
do you like to be
God?
Do you like to be a little boy serving somebody in heaven? Is that fair? Why Allah will abuse little children just to make them serve Mr. Sheikh Ruhi? Do you like that? You don't feel guilty?
Maybe يعني حتى يعني يعطي رغبة الأولاد وحب الأولاد أن الشخص يعني like to see the boys. So God.
So you like boys. You see, you Muslims, you like boys.
Not like to serve. Like to serve. This is what the Quran.
But don't you think this is sick that you like boys to serve? What does that mean? You know, they are boys. What boys can do? Boys, they need somebody to serve them. They are boys.
Yes, what the Quran said. ثواني, what the Quran said. يطوف لحظة. لحظة أنا أقرأ لك الآية. مذوف عليهم ولدان مخلدون إذا رأيتهم حسبتهم لؤلؤا منثورا. يعني that this boy is serve the righteous in the hereafter.
And what is the beauty about that?
So I read what the interpreters said in this ayah. This This a problem and so I'm sorry.
No problem.
يطوف عليهم ولدان مخلدون بأكواب وأباريق. يعني هنا يقول الطبري buy glasses and serve the righteous.
And what is beautiful about that? Well, you see, in the heaven, Ruhi, supposedly, if you wish to have a dish in front of you, is going to be just say you know, a bit, in the name of Allah, correct? So why you need a servant? And you will not get dirty. You will not need a shower. Your clothes will never be dirty, will never be ruined. They will never have a wrinkle. So what that boys will do?
This boys as a serf.
But what he will do? I mean, if everything is nothing to do. I mean, what serve you in what? They will just bring a cup of wine to you, right? That's their duty, and you are having sex. So you are having sex with a lot of women, and there's little boy next to you in the bed holding cups of wine.
No. You must image the hereafter.
I know this is the hereafter. Doesn't matter. Aren't you going to have sex in the hereafter, my friend? Yes or no?
as to this, I said it's a problem in this.
Okay, I'm saying to you, so you are saying there's no problem that there's 80,000 little boy around your bed and you are having sex with a lot of women, and those boys, each one of them is holding a cup of wine for you, and they are watching you having sex.
No. How are they watching you?
So what do you mean? No, they are around you. They are around you. They are your servant. There's no other servant. They are little boys, and they are having sex. Here we go. It says reclining in your throne, and with you there is women, huru ain, in the throne, in the bed, and they are very white. And who is the one serving you when you are with your women? The boys. So the women there in the heaven of Allah, they are just to take off their panty, and the boys is just to serve you. Is that correct? Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, Ruhi. So
1 second, 1 minute. I want to see the voice, Federico. I will solve the problem and return. 1 minute.
Okay.
Please.
No problem. No problem. This is the spirituality of Allah. 80,000 little boys, slavery, and what their duty is to serve this guy, the sheikh with long beard, wine. This is what he's saying to us, and he's saying, what's the problem? Child abuse. And the one we are talking with is Dr. Ruhi. He is a sheikh. He have a PhD from the highest Islamic school in the world, Al Azhar University. Yes, Sheikh.
That is the question.
Yes.
How my voice now?
Your voice is fine, no problem. We are waiting for you to talk.
So what's your?
My problem is can't Allah make me happy without having those boys? So look what we have here. The heaven of Allah is nothing but like a Las Vegas casino, full of prostitutes, women I never met, I never saw, I never heard of. They do not know me, I don't know them. They don't even know their names. Those women, they are ready for me just for sex. In the top of that, there is a bedroom which is so huge, in the size of 2 countries, and there's thousands of women waiting for me, and those women, they are so white to the point we can see through the marrow of their bones. In the top of that, this God he believe or teach, he promised a child abuse for little children to be slaves for eternity. And you are telling me what's the problem?
Sorry. So, can you read the verse, please? Can you read the verse?
Which verse you like me to read?
That speak about sex in the heaven?
Well, there is many of them. We can go to different chapter, like this one we spoke. You already read from. We can go to chapter 37. Let's go to chapter 37. because that one is more into details. Let us see.
37.
You will see here
30.
that you are going to have, and by the way, I don't know why your God, he kept repeating himself. I mean, he just said that in the other chapter. So what the point? I do not know.
Which verse, please, in chapter 37?
Chapter 37, you can go and read it from 43. 43, 44 is a repeat.
40.
Is a repeat of chapter 56. Proving again that Muhammad had nothing to say. Yeah, 43. Chapter 37. You can read from 43, 44. This because this is when we start speaking about heaven in 43. And then you will see you will be,
9 in Garden of Bliss. In the Garden of
right, and then the boys will serve them, right, and the boys will not bleed.
على سرر المتقابلين.
Yeah.
على سرر المتقابلين.
Who is the one who will not
in
bleed?
the thrones facing each other.
Who is the one who will not bleed? The Muslims or the boys? Both of them, chapter 56, verse number 19, and chapter 37, verse number 47. Both of them it says Yanzifun. Yanzifun means bleed. Who is going to be not to be bleeding? The boys or the men?
The men. What now I translate what's meaning of Yanzifun?
Yeah.
In English. Sorry.
Well, you speak Arabic. Nazif means bleeding. Is that correct? You speak Arabic. I speak Arabic. Yanzifun is a verb.
Yes. It is. There shall be not trouble in it, nor shall they be exhausted therewith.
But it says
this is the translation
Yanzifun,
of this.
Forget about translation. This is all fabrication. You know that. The word Yanzifun means bleeding. You know that. I know that. And you agree that the word Yanzifun means bleeding. Who is going to be not to bleed? The men or the children?
Oh, the men or the men.
Okay, so the men, they will not bleed from what?
أنا أقرأ للتفسير. أقرأ لك التفسير. ينزفون ثواني في قوله ثواني dear ثواني my friend.
No problem.
That I read into the تفسير ثواني. Please, which
doesn't matter. It is chapter 56, verse number 19, or you can choose. Yeah, choose this one. Let us go with this one. Chapter 56, verse 19.
Okay. لا يصدعون عنها ولا ينزفون. Okay. 56. I open تفسير.
ولا ينزفون.
What said ينزفون
يا Sheikh, you are a Sheikh. You have a PhD. And are you serious? You do not know what Yanzifun mean? Make a sentence for me in Arabic.
I want to say
Sheikh.
No.
Make a sentence for me in Arabic that somebody I will make a sentence you translate. Huh? نزف مني الدم.
اوكي لا
what ينزفون؟
ينزفون يعني لا تذهب عقولهم ولا يعني تبيد اموالهم ولا تهدم صحتهم لا تضيع.
hold on.
بهذا
so hold on. So you are saying to me he is saying the word bleeding, but he meant by that their brain will not bleed, their health will not bleed? What does that mean? Why he chose this word?
النزف هو if you want to answer you in Arabic النزف that هو الضياع الذهاب. لا ينزفون لا تضيع صحتهم لا يضيع منهم don't lost of anything in the hereafter as the word this word. So what see is ابن كثير ثواني أقرأ لك what ابن كثير said in this statement means that it doesn't change their sense of reasoning Allah's statements. This is what said in Ibn Kathir and said all
well, Ibn Kathir Ibn Kathir trying to cover a problem, because isn't your prophet, he says that Muslim when he go to heaven he will go to the bazaar, to the mall, and this mall have pictures and images of men and women for sex. And if a man he like an image of a man, he jump in it and he have sex with it. Did your prophet says that or no?
Where he said that? ثواني أقرأ لك ما قال ابن كثير. Meaning they will never get headache.
I know what Ibn Kathir said. Ibn Kathir is a big fabricator. Even he denied the story of Al-Gharaniq, and you know the Gharaniq it's exists in the Quran. He denied what is even written in the Quran. Read with me carefully. Muhammad says, indeed in paradise there is a market in which there is no buying nor selling except for images of men and women. So whenever a man he desire an image, he enter it. What you will do with the image, Dr. Rohi, after you enter the image? Do you want me to read the hadith for you in Arabic? Yes, for Arabic. Which book this hadith is this hadith? We can find it in many books, whatever you wish. إن في الجنة لسوقا ما فيها شراء ولا بيع إلا الصور من الرجال والنساء فإذا اشتهى الرجل صورة دخل فيها. Translation: Indeed, in paradise there is a market which there is no buying nor selling except for images of men and women. So whenever a man desire an image, he enter it. What do you do when you enter the image of a man? What do you do exactly with this man? Week. This is in Musnad Ahmad. Anything we say, and this is anything we say, it's embarrassing. This week, anything we say, it's embarrassing. It's weak. Okay, but don't you know that weak is accepted sheikh? You are a sheikh. You graduate from Al-Azhar. You know Ilm al-Hadith. Even weak hadith is accepted. This is why it's called weak, even if it's weak, because weak means it has a rank. It's not rejected.